They've told you that karma is just cause and effect, that destiny is a pre-written path you have no control over, and that life simply happens to you. But what if everything you've been told barely scratches the surface? What if the truth behind karma and destiny is far more profound, far more personal, and far more powerful than any cliché you've ever heard? Every thought you think, every emotion you carry, every choice you make is not just an isolated moment, it's a thread in a vast, invisible web that connects the microcosm of your life to the macrocosm of the universe. And when you understand how this web works, you don't just survive life, you begin to navigate it consciously, shaping your experiences rather than being shaped by them. In the next few minutes, you're going to uncover the hidden rules that govern your reality, the subtle forces of cause and consequence that ripple across time, and the secrets of destiny that no one talks about openly. This is the last video you'll ever need about karma and destiny. Because once you see the patterns, once you understand the connection between your inner world and the universe at large, your life will never feel the same again. Karma is not a punishment, and destiny is not a sentence. They are mirrors, reflections of choices and patterns that extend far beyond the moment. For centuries, the true understanding of these forces has been obscured by oversimplifications, spiritual clichés, and superficial interpretations. You've likely heard phrases like, "what goes around comes around," or "everything happens for a reason." And while there is truth in these words, they only scratch the surface of a far more intricate system. At its core, karma is a dynamic interplay of energy, intention, and action. Every thought you entertain, every word you speak, and every action you take sends out vibrations into the universe. These vibrations may return to you in ways that are immediate, delayed, or even disguised in forms you don't initially recognize. It is not about punishment, it is about alignment. When you act in harmony with your highest truth, you create flows of energy that reinforce growth, abundance, and clarity. When you act in discord, resistance, or fear, life responds with obstacles, discomfort, or lessons designed to guide you back to alignment. Think of your life as a living, breathing ecosystem. Every relationship, every circumstance, and every event is interconnected, influenced by both your actions and the unseen currents of cause and effect. Like ripples in a pond, your decisions spread outward, interacting with other energies and creating a complex, ever-shifting web of influence. Destiny, then, is not simply fate. It is the emergent pattern of all these ripples coming together. It is the natural consequence of how energy flows through your life and how you respond to it. You might feel trapped by destiny, as though life is predetermined, but this is only true if you remain unaware of the forces at play. Once you recognize the patterns, you gain the ability to guide the trajectory of your experiences, to co-create with the universe rather than be passively carried along. Every ancient teaching that touches on karma and destiny hints at this truth. Hermetic philosophy speaks of the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Which is directly applicable here. What occurs within your mind, your heart, and your intentions is mirrored in your life. The universe does not distinguish between the internal and external. It reflects back what is present. This is why self-awareness is not optional. It is essential. Without understanding your inner world, you are blind to the web of karma being woven with every thought and action. And yet, most people move through life unaware, blaming circumstances or others for the outcomes they experience, never realizing that every challenge is a reflection, every success a mirror, and every relationship a teacher guiding them toward balance and alignment. Consider the patterns you've already noticed in your life. Perhaps you've experienced recurring challenges, situations that seem to repeat themselves in different forms, testing the same vulnerabilities or bringing up familiar fears. These are not coincidences. They are signals, echoes of karmic loops, opportunities for awareness, learning, and transformation. Karma does not operate with judgment. It operates with consistency. The universe responds to energy and intention with perfect precision. When you repeat behaviors that create imbalance or disharmony, the patterns return until they are understood and adjusted. Likewise, when you take deliberate, conscious action that resonates with truth, integrity, and authenticity, The universe responds by reinforcing these behaviors with growth, clarity, and connection. Destiny, therefore, is not a rigid script written before you were born. It is the outcome of patterns that have been accumulating across time, shaped by your actions and the choices of those around you. In this way, the threads of karma and destiny are intertwined. You are simultaneously the author and the actor, the seed and the gardener, the cause and the effect. The paradox is beautiful. You are free within the constraints of universal law, and you are guided within the freedom of choice. This is why understanding karma and destiny is not merely philosophical, it is practical, life-changing, and deeply empowering. Modern science, in ways that mirror ancient wisdom, provides clues to this interplay. Quantum physics, for instance, reveals a universe that is interconnected in ways we can barely comprehend. Particles separated by vast distances remain mysteriously entangled, their states influencing each other instantaneously. Similarly, chaos theory shows us that even small changes in initial conditions can create dramatically different outcomes over time, the so-called butterfly effect. These discoveries echo the same truth ancient mystics have known for centuries. Everything is connected, and every action has consequences that ripple far beyond what is immediately visible. In this light, karma and destiny are not mystical abstractions, they are tangible expressions of the underlying laws of the universe. Your internal world shapes your external experiences more than most people realize. Thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and intentions act as invisible architects, building the structure of your life moment by moment. When fear dominates your mind, it manifests as obstacles, missed opportunities, or strained relationships. When clarity, gratitude, and purpose guide you, life flows with synchronicities, alignment, and meaningful encounters. This is not magical thinking, it is a reflection of universal principles in action. By cultivating awareness of your inner patterns, by choosing to act with intention, you begin to bend the flow of destiny in your favor. You don't control the universe, but you align with its currents, allowing you to move with grace and power through circumstances that might otherwise feel chaotic or random. The interplay of karma and destiny also extends beyond your individual life. Your actions impact others, creating ripples that may return to you in unexpected ways or influence outcomes in someone else's life. Likewise, the collective karma of communities, societies, and even nations is built from the cumulative choices of countless individuals. By taking responsibility for your own energy, your own intentions, and your own actions, you participate in shaping a broader reality. This is the essence of empowerment. The understanding that even small, conscious changes within yourself can have far-reaching consequences, contributing not only to your own destiny but to the collective evolution of humanity. Even your habits and daily routines contribute to this energetic framework. Consistency in thought, behavior, and focus acts like a river carving a canyon over time. Small, deliberate actions produce significant transformations. Mindfulness, meditation, conscious reflection, and ethical action are not abstract exercises. They are practical tools for aligning your life with the natural currents of karma and destiny. When your inner life and outer actions are harmonized, the universe responds in kind, and you begin to notice a sense of flow, of timing, and of opportunities appearing seemingly out of nowhere. The more you understand this, the more you realize that destiny is less about predestination and more about resonance, about living in such a way that the universe naturally supports your journey toward purpose and fulfillment. The first step, then, is awareness. Begin observing the patterns that emerge in your life, the ways that circumstances mirror your inner world, and the recurring lessons that appear in relationships, challenges, and opportunities. Ask yourself, what do these experiences reveal about my thoughts, beliefs, and intentions? Where am I out of alignment? And what changes can I make to bring harmony into my inner and outer worlds? This is not an intellectual exercise. It is a practice of deep self-awareness, introspection, and courageous honesty. Each observation, each moment of clarity, is like uncovering a thread in the web of karma, allowing you to understand the larger pattern and navigate your destiny with intention. And here is the subtle, almost imperceptible secret that changes everything. Once you truly see how karma and destiny operate, you realize that life is not random. Challenges are not punishments. Success is not luck. Every event, every encounter, every outcome is meaningful in its context, carrying lessons, opportunities, and energy that shape your ongoing journey. You are not at the mercy of the world. You are a participant in a living system, a co-creator with the universe. As you begin to recognize the subtle forces of karma shaping your life, you'll notice a profound truth emerging. Nothing is separate, and nothing is insignificant. Every action, no matter how small, carries a weight that extends beyond the immediate moment. Even the thoughts you dismiss as trivial, the fleeting judgments you make, the words spoken in passing, they all send ripples outward, subtly influencing the world around you and, in turn, looping back to you. This is why self-awareness is not optional, it is essential. When you cultivate mindfulness in your daily life, you are actively participating in the weaving of your destiny. Each conscious choice strengthens the clarity of the pattern you are creating, and each unconscious reaction allows chaos and resistance to accumulate. Consider the relationships in your life. Every connection, whether brief or lifelong, is a reflection of the energies you carry and project. If you approach interactions with fear, insecurity, or hidden resentment, you often find the same reflected back to you. People respond not just to your words, but to the invisible currents of your energy. Conversely, when you cultivate presence, empathy, and integrity, you attract interactions that resonate with these qualities. This is karma in action, the mirror effect of energy across relationships. Understanding this transforms how you approach not just others, but yourself. Every choice becomes an opportunity to align your inner world with the outcomes you wish to experience externally. Destiny, then, is not a passive fate that awaits you. It is the emergent pattern created from the interplay of these energies over time. Each action, each intention, each thought accumulates, subtly guiding the course of your life. The seemingly random events, the coincidences, the challenges, and the synchronistic moments are all threads in a tapestry woven from the energies you emit and the currents you respond to. To understand destiny is to see the invisible architecture of these threads and to learn how to move in concert with them rather than against them. In doing so, you no longer feel trapped by circumstance, but empowered to act with precision and purpose. The deeper you explore karma, the more you realize that it is not simply a personal phenomenon. It is cosmic in scale. The patterns you create in your mind and heart echo across the collective consciousness. Imagine a single pebble dropped into a vast lake. The ripples expand outward, influencing the surface far beyond the point of impact. Your thoughts and actions function in a similar way. This explains why the choices of seemingly small, ordinary individuals can influence entire communities, cultures, and even the course of history. Great leaders, visionaries, and reformers often embody this principle. Their alignment with truth, justice, or compassion creates ripples that reverberate far beyond their immediate sphere, shaping the destiny of others and the world at large. Modern science provides compelling evidence that mirrors these ancient truths. Studies in neuroplasticity demonstrate that your brain physically changes in response to repeated thoughts, behaviors, and experiences. By consciously cultivating positive mental habits, you are literally rewiring your brain to perceive and create a life that aligns with your intentions. Similarly, in physics, we see that energy is not confined to one location but is interconnected, with entanglement linking particles across vast distances. Just as these particles influence one another instantaneously, the energies you emit in your life interact with the energies of others in the world around you in ways that transcend immediate perception. Karma and destiny are not metaphors. They are laws of energetic causation, operating at both the microcosmic and macrocosmic level. This understanding reframes the way you view challenges and obstacles. What once may have felt like misfortune, injustice, or random bad luck now becomes a tool for growth and alignment. Karma often manifests as resistance, testing your awareness, patience, and integrity. Rather than seeing obstacles as punishments, you begin to see them as mirrors, revealing areas where your internal world is out of balance. Each difficulty presents a choice: to react unconsciously, perpetuating the same patterns, or to respond consciously, adjusting your energy and learning the underlying lesson. Destiny unfolds most harmoniously when you treat these moments as opportunities to fine-tune the alignment between your inner world and the universe. It is also essential to recognize that the principle of karma does not operate on a timeline that suits human expectations. Some consequences are immediate. Others emerge slowly, sometimes years later, or in forms that are not immediately recognizable. This delayed effect is not arbitrary. It is part of the subtle orchestration of energy that ensures lessons are learned fully and patterns are completed. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, balances immediacy with timing, ensuring that your growth, understanding, and the manifestation of your actions occur in ways that support your evolution. This teaches patience, awareness, and trust, the very qualities necessary to navigate the currents of karma and destiny effectively. The alignment of intention, action, and awareness is the key to consciously participating in the unfolding of your life. By observing your thoughts, questioning your beliefs, and examining your habits, you create the conditions for harmony to emerge. Small, deliberate changes in your mindset, behavior, and emotional responses accumulate over time, producing significant transformations in your external reality. This is the practical power of understanding karma and destiny. You gain agency over the currents of your life, rather than being swept along blindly by circumstance. One of the most overlooked aspects of this principle is the role of forgiveness and release. Holding on to resentment, guilt, or anger creates energetic blockages that distort the flow of karma. These unresolved emotions act like knots in the web of cause and effect, causing patterns to repeat unnecessarily. By consciously releasing what no longer serves you, you clear space for constructive energy to circulate. This not only improves your personal experience, but also positively affects those around you, reinforcing a harmonious cycle in the collective consciousness. Your environment, too, is a reflection of the energies you carry. Chaos and clutter often mirror internal confusion, while order and intentionality in your surroundings reflect inner alignment. By cultivating spaces that support clarity, focus, and peace, you reinforce the patterns you are working to create within yourself. This is where karma and destiny intersect with practical, tangible actions. Your environment becomes both a mirror and a facilitator of the life you are consciously crafting. The intertwining of karma and destiny also emphasizes the importance of ethical action. While life is not about punishment, there is a natural law of cause and effect that rewards harmony and discourages actions that create harm. Integrity, compassion, and conscious choice are not moral platitudes. They are alignment tools. Acting in ways that honor both your highest self and the interconnected web of life strengthens the flow of positive energy into your life, shaping both immediate circumstances and long-term outcomes. Destiny is ultimately a reflection of cumulative alignment. The more consistently your internal world and external actions resonate with truth, the more fluidly opportunities, relationships, and experiences manifest. Synchronicities begin to appear not as random chance, but as the universe's natural response to coherent, intentional energy. This alignment amplifies your capacity to achieve goals, navigate challenges, and cultivate meaningful connections. By observing, understanding, and consciously participating in these processes, you move from a reactive life to one of intentional creation, guided by the intricate dance of karma and destiny. Even the way you think about time is relevant. Karma does not adhere to linear constraints, and destiny does not operate on a rigid schedule. Energy moves in cycles, patterns repeat, and life often revisits lessons until comprehension and adjustment occur. Recognizing the cyclical nature of cause and effect allows you to see challenges and opportunities in a new light. What seems like a setback is often a preparatory stage, a realignment phase designed to bring you closer to your true path. This cyclical awareness reduces fear, frustration, and anxiety, replacing them with insight, resilience, and empowerment. Finally, understanding karma and destiny reframes your perspective on responsibility and power. You are not a passive victim of circumstance. You are an active participant in the ongoing creation of your life and the collective reality. Every choice, every intention, every thought contributes to a larger pattern that extends far beyond what you can immediately see. By embracing this truth, you unlock a profound sense of agency. You have the power to influence not just your life, but the lives of those around you, the energy of your community, and the unfolding of the collective human experience. When you integrate these truths into your daily existence, life becomes a practice of conscious alignment. Each moment offers an opportunity to observe, adjust, and act intentionally. The ripples you create through thought, emotion, and action reinforce your connection to the broader currents of the universe. You begin to navigate challenges with grace, seize opportunities with awareness, and cultivate relationships that mirror your highest values. Destiny ceases to be an external force imposed upon you. It becomes a living reflection of your choices, energy, and alignment. In this way, karma and destiny are inseparable. Karma teaches you the consequences of alignment or misalignment, revealing the patterns that govern your experiences. Destiny emerges as the cumulative reflection of those patterns, guiding you toward a life that is coherent with your energy and intention. The more deeply you understand this interplay, the more effectively you can co-create with the universe, shaping experiences that resonate with your highest truth. As you move deeper into understanding karma and destiny, one truth becomes undeniable. The inner world is the ultimate architect of reality. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are not abstract ideas. They are forces that shape the unfolding of your life. Karma responds not just to actions, but to the energy behind them, and destiny reflects the accumulated resonance of that energy over time. This is why self-mastery is not optional. It is the foundation upon which meaningful transformation is built. By cultivating clarity, presence, and intentionality within yourself, you begin to influence the patterns of your life in ways that are both profound and tangible. The first step toward this mastery is the recognition of unconscious patterns. Most people live in autopilot, repeating behaviors and responses that perpetuate the same karmic cycles. Perhaps you notice recurring conflicts, persistent fears, or habitual disappointments. These are not coincidences. They are indicators of energy that has been misaligned, looping back to you until awareness is applied. To break these cycles, you must first observe them without judgment. Reflection, journaling, and mindful self-inquiry are powerful tools for uncovering the subtle currents of karma that guide your destiny. Each pattern you recognize is a thread you can consciously untangle, allowing you to redirect the flow of energy toward outcomes that serve your highest good. Karma is often misunderstood as a rigid system of reward and punishment, but it is far more fluid and intelligent. It is a mirror, not a judge. When you act from fear, resentment, or avoidance, the universe reflects these energies back in forms that challenge you to confront and transform them. When you act from love, courage, and clarity, the universe mirrors these qualities, creating experiences that reinforce growth and alignment. Destiny is simply the cumulative effect of these reflections, the emergent pattern created by your consistent engagement with life. By consciously choosing the energy you project, you begin to shape the trajectory of your experiences, steering yourself toward fulfillment rather than letting circumstances dictate your path. One of the most powerful tools for shaping karma and destiny is intention. Your intentions serve as a blueprint, guiding the flow of energy through your thoughts, words, and actions. Setting clear, conscious intentions aligns your internal state with the external reality you wish to create. Without this clarity, energy is scattered, and patterns continue to repeat unconsciously. Intentions act as the lens through which your actions gain focus, and they amplify the resonance of your energy across time and space. This is why meditation, visualization, and reflective practices are not optional. They are essential methods for harmonizing your inner and outer worlds. The interplay between karma and destiny is also evident in relationships. Every interaction is a reflection of the energies you carry, and every connection is an opportunity to observe, learn, and adjust. Relationships act as mirrors, revealing unconscious beliefs, unresolved emotions, and karmic imprints. When you engage with others consciously, responding with awareness rather than reactivity, you shift not only your own patterns, but also influence the energy of those around you. This is where personal transformation begins to ripple outward, affecting your environment, your community, and even the broader collective. Every act of conscious engagement carries the potential to align karma and shape destiny in ways that extend far beyond the immediate moment. Destiny is not merely an individual journey. It is part of a larger, interconnected system. Every choice you make interacts with the choices of countless others, creating patterns that extend across communities, cultures, and even generations. This is why the concept of generational karma exists, the idea that the energies we inherit from our ancestors continue to influence us until consciously addressed and transformed. Understanding this allows you to see that your actions have significance beyond your personal life. By consciously cultivating alignment within yourself, you contribute to the evolution of the collective consciousness, shaping patterns that extend far beyond your immediate perception. The principles of karma and destiny are also reflected in the natural world. Observing nature reveals the intricate balance of cause and effect, of action and consequence, that governs all life. Trees grow according to precise laws, rivers flow in patterns dictated by gravity and terrain, and ecosystems maintain equilibrium through interconnected relationships. These natural systems mirror the underlying logic of karma. Every element has its role, every action has a consequence, and balance is maintained through responsiveness and adaptation. By aligning your life with these natural rhythms through practices like mindfulness, intentional living, and respect for the cycles of life, you create harmony between your inner world and the universe. Science, too, provides evidence that echoes these ancient truths. Studies in neuroscience show that thoughts and emotions create neural pathways, literally shaping the structure of your brain and influencing behavior over time. Your internal state programs your perception of reality, guiding decisions and responses that ultimately influence outcomes. In physics, concepts like quantum entanglement demonstrate the interconnectedness of all things, revealing that changes in one part of a system can affect distant elements instantaneously. These discoveries validate what mystics and philosophers have long understood. Energy, intention, and action are interconnected, and the flow of karma and the unfolding of destiny operate according to universal laws that transcend the individual. Understanding the mechanics of karma also highlights the importance of emotional intelligence. Unprocessed emotions, such as anger, fear, or resentment, act as energetic blockages that distort the flow of cause and effect. By cultivating emotional awareness, processing unresolved feelings, and consciously releasing what no longer serves you, you restore the flow of energy, allowing your intentions to manifest more effectively. Emotional mastery is not about suppression, it is about conscious regulation, understanding, and alignment. This is how internal harmony translates into external outcomes, shaping destiny in ways that feel natural, effortless, and aligned with your highest purpose. Habits and daily practices play a critical role in this process. Consistent, deliberate action reinforces the patterns you wish to establish, turning conscious choices into sustainable behaviors that guide your destiny. Rituals such as meditation, journaling, mindful movement, and intentional reflection serve as anchor points, creating continuity between thought, intention, and action. Over time, these practices cultivate a resilient internal state, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and precision. The universe responds to consistent energy patterns, and the more aligned your daily routines are with your highest truth, the more your external reality reflects this coherence. The alignment of karma and destiny also requires balance between effort and surrender. Action alone is insufficient, and passivity leads to stagnation. The art lies in knowing when to act with intention and when to allow the universe to respond. This balance mirrors the natural flow observed in ecosystems, celestial cycles, and human physiology. Timing, rhythm, and responsiveness are as crucial as the quality of action. By learning to move in concert with these subtle currents, you begin to experience life as a cooperative dance with the universe rather than a struggle against it. Another critical aspect is the cultivation of gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier of positive energy, reinforcing karmic cycles that support abundance, clarity, and fulfillment. By consciously acknowledging the blessings and lessons present in every moment, you shift the energetic framework of your life. This subtle yet profound shift influences not only your perception but also the patterns that shape your experiences. The universe responds to the frequency of your consciousness, and gratitude raises that frequency, enhancing your capacity to align with your destiny. Finally, understanding karma and destiny transforms how you perceive time, success, and failure. Life is not a linear series of events, but a tapestry of interwoven causes and effects. Apparent setbacks are often preparatory stages, hidden lessons, or opportunities for refinement. Recognizing this allows you to navigate challenges with perspective, resilience, and patience. Success, likewise, is rarely instantaneous. It is the emergent result of consistent alignment between internal energy, conscious action, and the external forces of the universe. By observing patterns over time, you learn to distinguish between fleeting outcomes and enduring alignment, allowing you to make choices that cultivate lasting fulfillment. In essence, karma and destiny are not separate forces, they are two sides of the same coin. Karma is the reflection of your energy in motion, and destiny is the emergent pattern of that reflection. By mastering awareness, cultivating intention, aligning actions, and harmonizing your inner world, you step into the role of co-creator with the universe. You gain the ability to consciously influence the trajectory of your life, transforming challenges into growth, coincidences into opportunities, and potential into reality. To truly harness the power of karma and destiny, awareness alone is not enough. You must actively engage with your energy, choices, and intentions. The universe operates like a vast mirror, reflecting back what is held within. Every thought, emotion, and action carries weight. And when these elements are consciously aligned, they produce outcomes that resonate with your highest potential. One of the most profound ways to achieve this alignment is through deliberate practice, the daily cultivation of habits and mindsets that reinforce positive karmic flow. Meditation, reflective journaling, and mindful observation of your internal landscape are not merely spiritual exercises, they are practical tools for sculpting your life, refining your destiny, and breaking free from cycles that no longer serve you. Consider the role of mindfulness in shaping your experience. When you slow down, observe, and reflect on the patterns of your thoughts and emotions, you create a space for conscious intervention. This pause allows you to discern which behaviors are perpetuating karmic loops and which are steering you toward alignment. The simple act of noticing a recurring fear, a reactive behavior, or a negative thought pattern opens the door to transformation. Awareness is the first ripple in the pond of cause and effect, and from this ripple, larger waves of change begin to propagate through your life. Each moment of conscious attention strengthens the connection between your inner state and the unfolding of destiny. Energy management is equally vital. The quality of your internal energy, whether it is calm, focused, and constructive, or chaotic, distracted, and reactive, directly influences the outcomes you experience. Just as a garden flourishes when nurtured and wilts when neglected, your life responds to the energy you cultivate. Practices that regulate and harmonize energy, such as breathwork, movement, and visualization, are essential for creating conditions where karma can flow constructively and destiny can unfold coherently. Without this energetic alignment, even the clearest intentions and most deliberate actions can be scattered or diluted, limiting your capacity to shape the reality you desire. Destiny is the natural consequence of accumulated alignment, yet it is not static. The universe continuously offers feedback through events, relationships, and circumstances, giving you opportunities to refine, recalibrate, and adjust. Challenges that arise are rarely random. They are reflective signals of where energy is misaligned, where intentions lack clarity, or where actions are inconsistent with your highest truth. Rather than resisting or lamenting these experiences, approach them with curiosity and openness. They are invitations to learn, correct, and deepen your understanding of the energetic laws governing your life. Each adjustment, however small, shifts the trajectory of destiny in profound ways. A key component of this work is understanding the role of forgiveness, both of yourself and of others. Unresolved guilt, anger, or resentment creates energetic friction, distorting the natural flow of cause and effect. When you hold on to these emotions, you trap energy in loops of resistance, perpetuating karmic cycles that impede growth. By consciously releasing grudges, accepting responsibility where appropriate, and forgiving yourself for past errors, you restore the clarity and balance necessary for constructive karma to flow. This act is not about condoning negative actions or avoiding accountability. It is about realigning your energy so that destiny unfolds according to conscious, not unconscious patterns. Another often overlooked factor is the influence of environment and community. Karma and destiny do not operate in isolation. They are embedded in the networks of energy that connect people, places, and circumstances. Surrounding yourself with individuals, spaces, and experiences that support growth, integrity, and alignment amplifies your capacity to manifest positive outcomes. Conversely, environments filled with negativity, distraction, or misalignment can drain energy, reinforce harmful patterns, and obscure your path. Deliberately curating your external life to mirror your inner intentions is a vital step in the conscious shaping of destiny. The importance of intention cannot be overstated. Setting clear, coherent intentions acts as a guiding star for both karma and destiny. Intentions focus the energy you emit, creating resonance with experiences that reflect your chosen path. Without clear intentions, energy is diffused, and outcomes may appear random or inconsistent. By articulating what you wish to cultivate, whether clarity, abundance, connection, or purpose, you create a gravitational pull that organizes circumstances, people, and opportunities in alignment with those goals. Over time, consistent intentionality produces a compounding effect, reinforcing karmic patterns that support growth and steering destiny toward coherence and fulfillment. Synchronicity is one of the most fascinating manifestations of this alignment. When karma flows constructively and intentions are clear, seemingly random events, encounters, and opportunities begin to appear in ways that feel orchestrated. These moments are not coincidence. They are the universe responding to the energetic resonance you generate. Recognizing and acting upon synchronicities accelerates the shaping of destiny, allowing you to move fluidly through life, making choices that are reinforced by supportive external conditions. Learning to trust and interpret these signs is a skill cultivated through awareness, reflection, and intentional engagement with your energy. The transformation of karma into conscious destiny is also deeply tied to emotional mastery. Emotions are energy in motion, and unregulated feelings can amplify patterns that perpetuate misalignment. Anxiety, fear, and resentment create friction that distorts cause and effect, while clarity, courage, and compassion facilitate constructive flow. Practices that develop emotional intelligence, such as meditation, reflective journaling, and mindful observation of reactions, allow you to harness emotions as allies rather than obstacles. This internal mastery enables you to respond to circumstances consciously, reinforcing positive karmic cycles and guiding destiny along coherent pathways. Practical integration is where the philosophy meets daily life. Every decision, no matter how small, carries the potential to influence both karma and destiny. Choosing integrity over convenience, clarity over confusion, action over passivity. These moments accumulate into patterns that define the trajectory of your experiences. Habits, routines, and practices are the scaffolding for these patterns, transforming abstract principles into lived reality. Consistency is essential. The small, deliberate choices repeated over time compound into profound transformation, shaping both immediate circumstances and long-term destiny. The balance between action and surrender is another critical factor. While conscious effort and deliberate alignment are essential, there is also a need to trust the process and allow the universe to respond. Destiny unfolds most harmoniously when action is paired with receptivity, when you do your part with clarity, integrity, and focus, and then release attachment to specific outcomes. This balance mirrors natural cycles, ecological systems, and even biological processes. Life progresses through a combination of force and flow, action and responsiveness. Understanding and practicing this balance allows you to navigate life with both agency and grace, moving with the currents rather than against them. Gratitude and appreciation amplify karmic flow in ways that are subtle yet powerful. By recognizing and valuing the lessons, relationships, and experiences that arise, you elevate the frequency of your energy, which reinforces positive feedback loops in your life. Gratitude is not passive, it is an active engagement with reality, a conscious acknowledgement of the patterns that support growth and fulfillment. When practiced consistently, It transforms perception, behavior, and outcomes, aligning your inner world with the rhythms of destiny. Finally, the integration of awareness, intention, action, emotional mastery, and gratitude creates a holistic framework for consciously shaping life. Karma is the mirror reflecting the coherence or misalignment of your energy, while destiny is the emergent pattern of that reflection. By engaging these principles intentionally, you move from reactive living to proactive co-creation, transforming challenges into opportunities, lessons into mastery, and potential into realized experience. Every interaction, every choice, every moment becomes an opportunity to refine alignment, influence outcomes, and consciously shape the trajectory of your life. This understanding bridges the inner and outer worlds, connecting personal transformation with collective evolution. Your actions, intentions, and energy contribute not only to your own experiences, but to the patterns shaping communities, societies, and even the larger world. By aligning with the principles of karma and consciously engaging with destiny, you participate in a ripple effect that extends far beyond the immediate moment, influencing the collective field of human experience. In this way, personal mastery becomes a form of service, a contribution to the evolution of consciousness itself. By the time you have truly grasped the patterns of karma and destiny, you realize that life is not a series of disconnected events, but a coherent system responding to the energy you cultivate within yourself. Mastery begins with understanding that your internal state, your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and intentions, is the origin point from which reality flows. This is where the concept of conscious creation comes alive. You are not simply moving through preordained circumstances. You are actively participating in the co-creation of your experiences. Each thought you entertain, each intention you set, and each action you take sends ripples through the fabric of life, subtly shaping what manifests in both the near and distant future. The more aligned your inner world is, the more precisely your outer world will reflect that alignment. Conscious creation is not mystical speculation. It is the practical application of karmic awareness and energetic mastery. Begin by observing the recurrent patterns in your life, both those that uplift you and those that hold you back. What do these patterns reveal about the state of your internal energy? Are there repeated frustrations or challenges? Are certain outcomes consistently drawn to you? Each pattern is a message, a signpost, pointing toward areas where alignment is needed. By acknowledging these signals without judgment, you create the conditions necessary for conscious adjustment. Every decision to act intentionally, rather than reactively, strengthens the coherence between your inner state and your external reality. Energy alignment is central to this process. Your internal energy acts as the unseen framework around which experiences are built. High-frequency emotions such as joy, gratitude, and love create constructive resonance, attracting experiences that support growth, abundance, and fulfillment. Low-frequency states such as fear, resentment, and doubt, on the other hand, create friction and patterns that perpetuate resistance. By cultivating awareness of your energy and learning techniques to regulate, elevate, and harmonize it, you enhance your capacity to influence destiny directly. Practices like breathwork, visualization, mindful movement, and meditation are not optional. They are foundational tools for managing your energy and shaping outcomes with precision. One of the most powerful aspects of karma is its interaction with intention. Setting clear, coherent intentions acts as a blueprint, guiding the flow of energy and creating resonance with experiences that reflect your goals. Without conscious intention, energy is diffused, patterns remain unconscious, and destiny unfolds without clarity. Intentions, however, focus energy and act as a gravitational center for the manifestation of experiences. Whether in relationships, career, personal growth, or health, intentions provide the directional force that transforms karmic potential into tangible reality. Repeatedly aligning action with intention compounds this effect, strengthening the patterns that will lead to long-term fulfillment. The principle of synchronicity is closely tied to this alignment. When your energy, thoughts, and actions resonate coherently, the universe responds with opportunities, encounters, and events that feel remarkably timed and meaningful. Synchronicities are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of guiding you along a path of aligned destiny. Learning to recognize and act upon these synchronistic moments is critical. They serve as confirmation that your energy is coherent, that your intentions are aligned, and that your actions are influencing the broader currents of cause and effect. Responding consciously to synchronicities strengthens the flow of karmic alignment and accelerates the manifestation of desired outcomes. Relationships provide another crucial lens through which karma and destiny operate. Every interaction is a microcosm of energetic exchange, reflecting the internal states of all participants. By engaging consciously, you influence not only your personal experiences but also the dynamics of others' lives. Patterns repeated across relationships often reveal unconscious blocks, unresolved emotions, or unexamined beliefs. By bringing awareness, empathy, and intention into these interactions, you can shift these patterns, fostering growth, harmony, and alignment on both personal and collective levels. This demonstrates the power of individual transformation to ripple outward, influencing communities and the larger network of human connection. One of the most misunderstood aspects of karma is timing. Consequences do not always manifest immediately, and opportunities do not always arrive when expected. The universe operates according to subtle rhythms and cycles, ensuring that outcomes appear when alignment, readiness, and resonance are optimal. This requires patience, trust, and discernment. Rather than judging delays as setbacks, view them as recalibration periods, moments where unseen forces are aligning energies to support the most coherent manifestation. Timing, like energy, intention, and action, is a critical factor in the conscious shaping of destiny. Forgiveness is another transformative tool for mastering karma. Holding on to resentment, guilt, or anger distorts energy flow and reinforces patterns that impede growth. Releasing these emotions is not an act of passivity. It is a conscious, energetic correction that realigns your internal state with higher frequency patterns. Forgiveness clears space for constructive energy to circulate, enhances emotional clarity, and strengthens your capacity to attract experiences that resonate with your highest truth. The release of negative emotional charges is directly tied to the acceleration of destiny in ways that support harmony, growth, and fulfillment. Your environment also plays a subtle but powerful role in karmic alignment. Physical spaces are reflections of energy, and clutter, disorder, or negative influences create friction in both consciousness and experience. Conversely, intentional organization, harmonious surroundings, and the presence of inspiration amplify coherence, allowing your internal state to resonate more clearly with the universe. The alignment of environment and energy creates a feedback loop that reinforces positive karmic cycles, making it easier to navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and maintain the focus necessary for long-term manifestation. Consistent practice is the key to lasting impact. Mastery over karma and destiny is not achieved through isolated insights or occasional effort. It emerges from daily, repeated alignment of thought, energy, emotion, and action. Small, intentional decisions, repeated over time, create patterns that ripple outward into life experiences. Meditation, mindful reflection, purposeful action, and alignment of environment all serve to reinforce these patterns. The compound effect of consistent practice ensures that the trajectory of your life gradually aligns with your highest potential, allowing destiny to emerge in harmony with conscious intention. Trust in the process is essential. While conscious action shapes energy and intention, the universe's response unfolds according to laws that may not be immediately perceptible. Resistance, attachment, or impatience disrupts the natural flow. Surrender does not mean inaction. It means acting with clarity, while releasing attachment to outcomes, trusting that the unseen forces are orchestrating the timing, context, and conditions that optimize manifestation. This balance between effort and surrender is a core principle of energetic mastery, allowing you to move through life with both agency and ease. Gratitude further amplifies the resonance of karma. By consciously appreciating both the lessons and the blessings present in your life, you elevate your energetic frequency. Gratitude strengthens patterns of alignment, reinforces positive cycles, and attracts experiences that reflect coherence, abundance, and fulfillment. It is not a passive acknowledgement, but an active participation in the energetic laws that govern cause and effect. Over time, consistent gratitude transforms perception, energy, and external outcomes, creating a fertile ground for the conscious shaping of destiny. At the deepest level, mastery over karma and destiny requires the integration of all these elements: awareness, energy management, intentionality, emotional regulation, environmental alignment, consiste practice, patience, surrender, and gratitude. When these components operate in harmony, the individual becomes a conscious co-creator, capable of influencing both immediate experiences and long-term outcomes. Life shifts from a series of reactive events to a coherent unfolding guided by awareness and alignment. This is the essence of true mastery, understanding that internal states are the blueprint and external reality, the reflection, and learning to navigate both with skill, integrity, and clarity. The final stage of this mastery involves recognizing the collective implications of your personal alignment. Karma and destiny are not purely individual phenomena. They exist within an interconnected web of cause and effect that spans communities, cultures, and generations. Every conscious act, every alignment with higher frequency energy, every choice to act with integrity and presence contributes to the refinement of collective patterns. The ripple effect of individual alignment can inspire others, shift societal dynamics, and influence the broader trajectory of human evolution. Conscious mastery of your own life becomes, therefore, both a personal practice and a contribution to the greater whole. In practical terms, this means embracing responsibility for your internal state at all times, recognizing that your energy, thoughts, and intentions shape not only your reality, but also impact the larger web of life. It involves regular reflection, alignment with purpose, emotional regulation, and intentional action. It requires cultivating environments and relationships that support coherence and consciously participating in the flow of life, rather than resisting it. Each moment becomes an opportunity to refine, adjust, and elevate the resonance you bring into the world. Ultimately, mastery of karma and destiny is not a final destination, it is a lifelong practice. Challenges will continue to arise, and patterns will sometimes resurface, but each encounter is an opportunity for growth, alignment, and refinement. The process is cyclical, reflective, and expansive. Through consistent effort, awareness, and alignment, you gradually transform the energy of your life, creating outcomes that reflect your highest potential. The more you engage with these principles, the more naturally destiny unfolds in harmony with your conscious intent. This is the ultimate power of understanding karma and destiny. It places the tools of transformation directly in your hands. By observing, understanding, and consciously engaging with your internal energy, thoughts, intentions, and actions, you step into a role of active co-creation. Challenges become opportunities, coincidences become guides, and every moment becomes a chance to refine alignment. Life ceases to feel random or dictated by forces beyond your control, and instead emerges as a dynamic, responsive system shaped by your conscious participation. As your understanding of karma and destiny deepens, you begin to see that every moment contains a crossroads, an invitation to shape the flow of your life with clarity rather than unconscious repetition. The essence of mastery lies not in controlling every outcome, but in aligning so fully with your highest truth that the outcomes naturally follow. When your internal landscape is coherent, external events reorganize themselves to mirror that coherence. This is not magic, it's resonance. Life responds to the frequency you consistently embody, and when you maintain that frequency with integrity, the path ahead becomes illuminated in ways that once felt impossible. The obstacles that used to weigh you down no longer hold the same power. They become stepping stones rather than barriers, teachers rather than threats. Eventually, you begin to sense that the universe has always been responding to you not randomly, but precisely, intelligently, and in accordance with the laws of cause and effect that govern all experience. This realization opens the door to the advanced level of karmic mastery, the deliberate crafting of internal identity. Destiny does not simply unfold based on what you do. It unfolds based on who you are being in every moment. Your identity is the central transmitter of your energy. If you identify as someone bound by limitation, your choices, reactions, and opportunities will reflect that identity. If you see yourself as someone aligned with purpose, clarity, and growth, your life will reorganize itself around that resonance. This is why the deepest spiritual and psychological teachings focus not on action alone, but on identity transformation. When you upgrade your self-concept, the karmic patterns that once repeated themselves begin to dissolve. You no longer attract situations that align with fear, scarcity, or self-doubt, because your energy no longer vibrates at those frequencies. You become a new point of attraction within the web of cause and effect. One of the most powerful practices at this stage is conscious self-observation. This means catching the subtle thoughts that shape your decisions before they solidify into patterns. It means noticing when old emotional responses try to reassert themselves and choosing alignment instead. It means recognizing the stories you tell yourself about what you deserve, what is possible, what you fear, and rewriting them in real time. This kind of self-awareness is not easy at first. It requires discipline, presence, and a willingness to look at yourself honestly. But with time, it becomes second nature. Eventually, you begin to notice the shifts immediately. The moment your posture changes, the moment your tone of voice tightens, the moment your energy contracts. And with each instance, you have a choice to follow the old karmic script or to create a new one that aligns with your highest destiny. Mastering karma also requires a deep understanding of emotional neutrality. Not numbness, not indifference, but neutrality, the ability to experience an emotion fully without being controlled by it. When you're neutral, you can feel anger without becoming reactive, feel fear without shrinking, feel sadness without spiraling. Neutrality gives you space between stimulus and response, and that space is where destiny is rewritten. Without neutrality, you are at the mercy of old patterns, reacting automatically based on past conditioning. With neutrality, you respond consciously, creating new karmic imprints with every choice. This is where karmic cycles break. This is where generational patterns dissolve. This is where destiny changes its trajectory. To consistently access neutrality, you must cultivate nervous system regulation. The body is the anchor of your karmic experience. If your nervous system is dysregulated, if you're consistently stressed, anxious, or hypervigilant, you will default to reactive patterns no matter how much you intellectually understand karma. This is why grounding practices are essential. Breathwork, slow movement, intentional silence, mindful awareness of the senses. These practices return you to a regulated state. And from that state, alignment becomes effortless. You stop forcing outcomes. You stop chasing validation. You stop fighting life. Instead, you move with clarity, confidence, and internal stability. The universe responds accordingly. Another advanced principle is karmic economy, the understanding that every action either depletes or generates energy. When you act from force, fear, or obligation, you drain your energy, weakening your resonance. When you act from alignment, purpose, and clarity, you generate energy, strengthening your resonance. Over time, this creates a measurable difference in your life. Aligned actions compound, creating momentum that attracts aligned opportunities. Draining actions create stagnation, fatigue, and repetition of old cycles. The key is to become acutely aware of the energetic cost of everything you do. If something consistently pulls you out of alignment, it becomes a karmic anchor. If something elevates your energy, it becomes a karmic amplifier. The more you choose amplifiers over anchors, the more your destiny expands. At this stage, you also begin to understand that destiny is not a straight line, it is the unfolding of potentials. Imagine your life as a series of branching timelines, each one representing a different expression of who you could become. Every choice you make strengthens one branch and weakens the others. When you act from fear, you strengthen timelines that mirror limitation. When you act from alignment, you strengthen timelines that mirror expansion. This is why small choices matter. It's why daily habits matter. It's why subtle mindset shifts matter. Each one reinforces a version of you that leads to a different destiny. Over time, these micro-choices accumulate into a trajectory so powerful that it shapes not only your future, but the lives of those around you. As you integrate karmic mastery into your life, you begin to recognize the signs of alignment. There is a sense of clarity, a calm confidence, a subtle inner knowing that you are on the right path. Synchronicities increase. Opportunities emerge with less resistance. Relationships either deepen or naturally dissolve. You feel less burdened by the past, less anxious about the future, and more grounded in the present. This doesn't mean challenges disappear. It means you navigate them with greater wisdom, less friction, and a deeper understanding of the lessons they carry. Life becomes more meaningful, more connected, more intentional, and eventually, you reach a point where destiny does not feel like something happening to you, it feels like something flowing through you. This shift marks the integration stage, where karma and destiny merge into one cohesive experience. You begin to live from essence rather than survival, from clarity rather than confusion, from presence rather than projection. And as this integration deepens, you realize that your life was never meant to be a struggle for control. It was meant to be a dance of alignment, a collaboration between your consciousness and the intelligence of the universe, a dialogue between your choices and the infinite field of possibility. In this state, manifestation becomes natural, not forced, not scripted, natural. You think a thought, feel its resonance, align your energy, take coherent action, and the universe responds. You no longer chase outcomes, you attract them. You no longer cling to timelines, you trust them. You no longer fear change, you harness it. This is what it means to transcend reactive karma and live from awakened destiny. It is a place of grounded power, quiet wisdom, and unshakable alignment. As we reach the end of this journey, remember this: karma is not punishment, and destiny is not predetermined. Karma is feedback. Destiny is potential. Together, they form the framework of your evolution. And the moment you choose awareness, alignment, and intentional action, you begin reshaping both. You become the sculptor rather than the sculpture, the writer rather than the character, the conscious creator rather than the passive participant. This is the essence of transformation. And now, before we close, take a breath. Feel the weight of everything you've learned settle into your awareness. Feel the quiet shift within you. Feel the clarity that wasn't there before. Because right now, you stand at a threshold, not metaphorically, but energetically. What you do next will determine the trajectory of your destiny. Your patterns can continue, or they can end. Your energy can repeat its old cycles, or it can elevate into a new chapter. The choice is not far away. It's here, in this moment, in this breath, in the space between who you've been and who you're about to become. If this journey resonated with you, if you felt something awaken within you, if these insights opened a new level of understanding, don't let it end here. Continue expanding. Continue evolving. Continue mastering the laws that shape your reality. Join the community where we go even deeper into karma, consciousness, identity, energy, destiny, and the unseen forces that guide your path. The link is in the description and pinned comment. Sign up for the free newsletter and receive weekly insights designed to help you align your energy, elevate your consciousness, and step fully into the highest version of your destiny. Because this isn't the end. It's the beginning of the chapter where you finally understand the truth. Your destiny has always been waiting for you to become the person capable of living it. And now, you are.